A really important aspect of school improvement is ensuring that not only are we using data to inform the decisions that we make, but that we're also having a really clear, sharp, narrow focus. We use our AEDC data as one of the tools to help us prioritise what it is that we can work on. So for me, I look at the two sets of data. So I look at our school data and what we need to do here at Hilliard based on our school profile. I also then look at what we need to do as a school in the context of our community profile data. We align that with our school strategic plan so that we were then targeting resources, identifying programs that would match the needs of our children in the context of our overall school improvement journey. So all of our prep teachers and even some of the teacher aides and extending into our year one teachers are all part of the work that we do in unpacking and understanding that data, because our job is to know our learners so that we can then vary the pathways for those children. So the AEDC data, in addition to the kindergarten transition statements, the other data we capture on enrolment and through talking with the families as they're enrolling and transitioning into our school, all of that is really important data that we sit down and look at collectively. Another really important part of my role here at Hilliard, which I love, is leading a local early years neighbourhood network group called Ghana. So our Ghana Early Years Network identified emotional maturity as our priority in terms of what we were doing in developing our action plan. Working through Ghana, we can ensure that the messages that come from Hilliard State School, other schools and from the ECECs is about the importance of social and emotional maturity. So what we say to parents is, we're not worried about what number they can count to or how many letters of the alphabet they know. What we would rather you focus on is making sure that your child is socially and emotionally ready to be successful in that transition to prep. So one of the important things about school improvement journeys is making sure that we're really clear in our priorities. The AEDC data really is helpful for us, not only in consolidating what we think we see, the anecdotal information and evidence that we have, it shows us that objectively in a data set. Like many schools, Hilliard State School's population has changed over time. We think that we see that, we think that we know that in terms of what's happening with our families. But being able to see real data coming through in our AEDC school profile and community profile shows us what those trends are over time in our community. All children should have the opportunity to thrive. Unfortunately, there are things in children's lives outside of school or before they walk through our doors that we can't control. I am really passionate about doing whatever we can so that every child has a fair, equitable access to all of the educational experiences here at Hilliard. That could be something as simple or as functional as the Lunchbox Legends program that we've put in, where I work with the owner of a local IGA who donates free lunches, free healthy lunches for children and families who are struggling for whatever reasons. So one of the things that we did is that these lunches are packed in tuck shop looking bags and come out in the tuck shop boxes. So for many of these children whose families can't afford, whether it's short term or long term, they can't afford to buy tuck shop for their children. All of a sudden, these little kids, their faces light up when their name is called from the tuck shop box. And nobody is any the wiser that this is actually a donated lunch to help support that child and family. So the Lunchbox Legends program, while it is only a very small number of our school community, it's something that I feel really passionate about because we know that cost of living crisis is affecting families in all schools across the country, not just us. I love supporting my staff, my families, colleagues at other schools and in our community, but first and foremost, it's the kids. They are what matters. They are what should drive every decision that we make. And I am really personally passionate about improving the outcomes for the kids, not only at Hilliard, but in our community.